When was the curtain torn in two? Was it before Jesus died? Because Luke 23 says, "And then the sun was darkened, and the veil of the temple was torn in two. And when Jesus had cried out with a loud voice, he said, 'Father, into your hands I commit my spirit.' And having said this, he breathed his last." However, Mark and Matthew have a different story. They say that, "And Jesus cried out with a loud voice, and he breathed his last. Then the veil of the temple was torn in two from top to bottom." So when did it happen? Did it happen before he died, like Luke says, or did it happen after he died, like Matthew and Mark say? Probably after. That seems, it would seem reasonable, right? How about at the same time? If you're recording two events that happen at the same time, how do you do that? You're going to have to describe one after the other. But does the order that you put them in actually imply anything about which one happened first? No. It's just, you got to put them in there. It doesn't really matter. What's that? And how would they even know? Did they have, was it like John had a stopwatch at the cross and Peter had a stopwatch down at the temple and they were like keeping? No. Yeah, they're like, okay, he just died. Oh, now it ripped, right? And no. That's not how this happened, right? They know that these two events happened together somehow. And another thing we have to remember, and let me get into this first. This word then, if you look in Matthew and Mark, where it says, "Then the veil of the temple was torn," that word then, that Greek word is kai. I'm guessing that's how that's pronounced. This is just a simple conjunction, like and. It actually it does not mean an order of events. It most often implies, is translated as and or also. There's nothing here that necessarily means we have to imply this first, then that. They're just saying this happened and that happened. They're not actually saying anything about the order of events. And besides, what was I going to say? I was going to say something before I went off on that one. See, I should have stuck with it right there. Don't get off your notes. But but you see the point. This doesn't affect anything. And one problem we often have, and critics use this a lot, is that we will take our 21st century Western mindset thinking of wanting precision and apply that to a first century culture where close enough was accurate enough for them. So was it before? Was it after? I don't think they cared. They were just trying to say these two things happened together. Before, after, the exact precision, I really don't think they had that in mind.